Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Matic coin. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check it out in the top right hand corner of the video. Watch that before watching this one so that you have more context. Lots of targets were met from the previous video. So jumping into the daily chart, we are on TradingView. I did give you this nice target out of this head and shoulders pattern at $1.35, and that was met very nicely. As you can see from there, you were up around about 34%. So you had that potential trade in itself. And we wicked even lower all the way to the 0.5, and we almost got there. But I always tell you to have the buy orders above the Fibonacci levels, above the support levels, because if you have them on the exact level of the support, there's less chance that you're going to get filled, because a lot of people are going to see that support and they're going to be having their buy orders in there as well. So what you should do is just have the buy orders slightly above. So if you got in over here, you were up around about 38%. So great swing trade opportunity for all of those who participated. You could have actually taken, obviously the 20 EMA was a bit higher. I told you you could target the 20 EMA because that is a resistance level that we haven't bounced off of in quite a while, actually. Last time we touched it was January 17th. So look for a potential bounce off of the 20 EMA. If we enter a relief rally and you start coming up, impulsively, look for the resistance of the 55 daily EMA, which is the red line over here, and look for the resistance on the 786 Fibonacci retracement here, because we lost that and we never back tested it as resistance. So what can happen potentially is we start consolidating here, start climbing up, get rejected from the 786 and drop back down for a retest of a key level of support, which is the golden ratio here, guys. This over here, this level is the 0.618. That is the golden ratio and of this large Fibonacci retracement. And the golden ratio is the most important level of the Fibonacci retracement. Look at the support that we had here, 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 here. And yeah, we did wick below here, but for the majority of the part, we are above the 0.618, and that is bullish in itself. So we can remove the head and shoulders drawings over here. We don't need them anymore. The target was met very nicely. And let's jump into the daily RSI. Actually, this is the daily RSI, but we're going to jump into, yeah, this is the daily. So here I told you, once you start entering the oversold zone below the index of 30 on the daily RSI, that would mean that you have a great opportunity to dollar cost average into your position. And if you did this, as you can see, you had the appreciation in there. And as you can see, we do have this pink resistance trend line, which you should keep an eye on because it was a support line for a very long time. We lost it, and we still haven't had that back test of resistance. So potentially, if you're going to start coming up, look for a resistance over here on this pink trend line. Now, if we zoom out and look on the broader picture and see what's in front of us and what's ahead of us, let me just move the Fibonacci retracement and extend it a little bit, just like that. So we do have $6.80 as our major target over here at the 1.618, and that will be our target after we start breaking this swing high over here. As you can see, once you start breaking through this swing high, back testing it as support, then you are in this target to the 1.618. Obviously, if the bull market gets super overextended and we enter the hyper euphoric stage of the bull market, we can even go all the way up to $10, right? But I don't know if that's going to happen. That's why I have the Fibonacci retracements. I have the targets. Even if I sell the majority of my coins at $6.82 and the price goes to $10, I can sell the rest of the tokens at $10 and then buy back in at a 90% pullback, which is going to be around about, perhaps below a dollar when we enter the bear market. So that's just how I think about it. So it doesn't matter that I sold and the price went up regardless. I'm not going to cash the absolute bottom and the absolute top all the time. So that's why you have to dollar cost average your way into the project as well as out of the project. Now let's jump into the weekly chart for a quick little glance. Now, jumping into the weekly chart, I did give you this 35 EMA in the last video on the weekly chart, and as you can see, so in the last video, I did give you this 35 EMA and the 55 EMA on the weekly chart. And as you can see, we landed on the 35 here. We wicked to the 55. So both of these EMAs held support very nicely. And you could have bought in right now at the 35 retest, or you could have bought in here if you had the buy orders ready and set to go, like I explained to you in the last update. If we jump into the weekly chart on the stochastic RSI, we are in the oversold, great buying opportunities right now. If you jump into the weekly RSI, you can see that you were overbought here above the index of 70, and right now you're pulling back down, and you were this slow actually the last time in December of 2020, and after that, as you can see, the move that you had over here. So this is what we're expecting towards the end of spring here for all the crypto markets. So yeah, the stochastic is neutral, sitting in the middle on the index of 48, or the relative strength index, I should say, on the index of 48. So great entry points right now. If you got in over here at the 55 EMA, you're up right now 22%, and you could have been up 38%. We took a look at that on the daily chart previously. Let's jump into the daily to check out the stochastic over there and the MACD over there. So the stochastic started moving up over here. We were in the oversold here for almost a week, January 20th all the way to January 26th. The MACD is potentially going to print a bullish cross, right? And as you can see, the last time we had this bullish cross printed was December 21st. Let me just take a look at that. December 21st, and we saw a move of around about 37% to the upside. So potentially this could mean that on the daily chart, we may run into the daily 20 EMA. So keep that in mind. That is right now around about $1.80. You wicked to that area before over here, and this is this swing low of this December 13th pullback. So just watch out for the 20 EMA. You may see a quick little rejection from there and a move to the downside. And we do have the bearish cross obviously here on the daily chart, which is negative as well. After you get the bearish cross on the daily, you typically see more movement to the downside, as we saw over here. You had the bearish cross here. It looked like you were starting to recover, but you dropped even more over here. So from there, obviously, as you can see, we went above and we got the bullish cross here October 15th. And from there, we had a nice appreciation on the price. But right now, what we're doing on this smaller fib level over here, because you can see that we do have the swing low here set up November 17th and the swing high October 29th. That gave us the 1.618 here at $2.90. That was met perfectly over here. And from there, we started printing lower lows and lower highs. So yeah, like I said, potential swing trade here, a bounce off the 20 EMA, which may be in line with the 0.5 on the Fibonacci here at $1.79. So yeah, that is your potential exit and your potential entry below that at the 0.382 if you want a nice little cheeky swing trade of around about 5.5%. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to join our Telegram chat and our Discord server. We have great communities over there. We also have a Twitter page where I do post technical analysis on some of the projects that we follow and some of the projects that we don't follow on the YouTube channel over here. And we do have a Patreon, which is a great way to support me and a great way for me to give back to those who support me. Low cap jump calls, great projects, buy and sell alerts, all that type of stuff is going to be in there on the Patreon page. So all the links are in the description. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.